Did you know that many of the traditions we cherish, from exchanging rings at weddings to the very days of our week, might be linked to the worship of an ancient, often feared deity? Forget what you think you know about history. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a force that has secretly shaped civilizations for millennia. This is the story of the Saturn Cult, an ancient god allegedly still worshipped in secret. Welcome, everyone, to the Bizarre Bureau. To understand this theory, we have to travel back in time, way back, to when our solar system looked very different. According to some ancient texts and modern theorists, Earth was once a satellite of a different star, a brown dwarf star, and that star was Saturn. In this purple dawn era, Saturn loomed large in our sky, not as a distant ring planet, but as a gentle, life-giving sun. This was humanity's golden age, a time of peace and plenty under the watchful eye of our primordial parent. This isn't just some fringe idea. Researchers like David Talbot and Eduardo Cardona have spent their lives analyzing ancient myths from around the world. From Egypt to Mesopotamia, from the Americas to China, they found a recurring theme: a creator god, a king of the heavens who ruled over a paradise lost. The Romans called him Saturn. The Greeks called him Kronos. He was the god of time, harvest, and a bygone era of unparalleled prosperity. So, what happened? Why did paradise end? Catastrophe. A cosmic event, perhaps a planetary realignment, or an interstellar intruder destabilized our old solar system. Saturn was cast out, our current sun captured Earth, and the sky changed forever. The once benevolent god Saturn was now seen as a fallen king, an exiled ruler. This cataclysmic event was seared into the collective memory of humanity, remembered as the Great Flood, the fall from Eden, or the War of the Titans. The Golden Age was over. But the memory of Saturn and the desire to reclaim that lost Golden Age never truly faded. It simply went underground. Proponents of this theory suggest that a powerful secret society, the Cult of Saturn, formed in the aftermath. Their goal? To subtly manipulate society, embedding Saturn symbols into our culture, architecture, and religious practices, all in an effort to one day restore their fallen god to his rightful place. They believe that by controlling the world system's finance, law, and religion, they can slowly reshape reality to bring about a new golden age, a novus ordo seclorum, or new order of the ages. Now, let's look at the evidence they present. And it's everywhere, once you know what to look for. The most obvious is the black cube. Have you ever wondered why observant Jews wear a black box, a tefillin, on their heads during prayer? Or why Muslims circle a giant black cube, the Kaaba, in Mecca? Theorists point to these as prime examples of Saturn worship hiding in plain sight. They argue the cube is a two-dimensional representation of a tesseract, or a hypercube, symbolizing Saturn's dominion over our three-dimensional space and the fourth dimension, time. The symbolism doesn't stop there. Think about our legal system. Why do judges wear black robes and sit on elevated benches? The cult theory suggests this is a direct echo of the priests of Saturn, who wore black to honor their dark, distant god. The very color black is associated with Saturn, the color of the abyss, of the unknown, of authority. Think about graduation. We wear black robes and a square mortarboard cap. That square, again, is the unfolded cube, a symbolic acknowledgement of Saturn's influence over the knowledge and systems we've just mastered. And what about the most universal symbol of commitment, the wedding ring? The theory connects it directly to the rings of Saturn. By exchanging rings, we are unconsciously participating in a ritual honoring the ring god, binding ourselves under his ancient authority. Even our weekends are dedicated to him. Saturday is literally Saturn's day. It's the end of the week, the day of rest, but also the day representing the end of time, a concept ruled by Kronos or Saturn. Let's dig deeper into the corporate and political world. Look at company logos. Many use cubes or squares. Think of logos in banking or technology. Is it just a simple, strong shape, or is it a nod to the Saturnine principle of structure, order, and control? Even the United Nations logo, a world map view from the North Pole, is seen by some as a symbol of Saturn's polar configuration, the way it would have looked as our central sun. According to this theory, these symbols are not accidental. They are a form of mass psychological programming. By constantly surrounding us with Saturn's iconography, the cult reinforces his power in our subconscious. The black cube, the ring, the color black, the six-pointed star, which is a 2D representation of a 3D cube, are all said to be tools to keep humanity aligned with Saturn's energy. This energy is described as one of restriction, materialism, and control over time. Think of Father Time with his scythe, another symbol for Saturn. Now, it's crucial to approach this with a critical mind. Mainstream historians and academics dismiss these connections as pareidolia, our brain's tendency to see patterns in random data. They argue that cultures develop symbols independently and that similarities are often coincidental or based on universal human concepts, not a secret global cult. The black cube in Islam, for instance, has a well-documented history that predates many of these theories and has its own profound theological meaning. Judges' robes have a practical history tied to medieval academic dress. However, the sheer volume of these symbolic connections is what keeps the theory alive and so compelling. From the ancient world to our modern digital age, the symbols persist. The hexagram, or Star of David, is pointed to as another Saturn symbol, two triangles forming a six-pointed star, 6 being a number strongly associated with Saturn. Saturday is the 7th day, but Saturn is the 6th planet in the classical order. It's a web of numerology, symbology, and mythology that is incredibly intricate. The ultimate question, of course, is why? If this code exists, what is its endgame? Theorists believe the goal is to harness enough collective energy to create a shift in consciousness or return to Saturn's rule. This could manifest as a new world order based on rigid control, or perhaps even a literal cataclysmic event that realigns the planets once more. It's a chilling thought that the systems we rely on for stability are actually designed to serve an ancient exiled entity. Whether you see it as a fascinating historical puzzle, a far-fetched conspiracy, or a hidden truth about our reality, the Saturn Cult theory forces us to look at our world differently. It challenges us to question the origins of our most sacred traditions and to see the symbols around us not just as decorations, but as potential keys to a secret that has been kept for millennia. What do you think? Are these just coincidences, or is there a hidden hand guiding the course of human history? Look around you. You might be surprised by how many symbols of the old god you can find. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive at the Bizarre Bureau. The world is full of strange and fascinating stories, and we're here to explore them all. If you enjoyed this journey into the shadows, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation. Let us know in the comments which symbol you found most surprising. Until next time, stay curious.